All right, welcome back, race fans. The Dirt Racing Network still covering the NDRA series this time. Small block modifieds from Volusia. Second of two shows for this group today. We got about 18 cars checked in for this one. Should be a good one. 40 laps the length of the feature. You were here for show number one with the super late models. Several of those drivers back in action. Brandon Boyles, Josh Kuntz back, Samuel Leclerc, Carden Cochran in here as well. Guys got 2 or 3 minutes of practice session left, working the track in just a little bit. Going to get ready to go to their qualifying session here just shortly. Second of 5 shows for you. We will take a short break after this one. Come back with the Hills Corners Street Stock Series at Knoxville. And they will turn right around with that group and hit the Pro Late Models. Put them out on the track as soon as Street Stocks finish up. And about the same time, that second Hills Corner show goes live at Dirt Kings. Dominic Santino will be on the call for that one tonight. Tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder 360 Wing Sprint Cars. We'll be at the dirt track at Charlotte, 8 o'clock Eastern. And we will follow that up with the Tim Sims General Tires Winter Nationals, round 5 of that series. Kicks off about 9:40 Eastern. Big block modifies at Eldora Speedway. Full week of shows for you. NARC SSR this week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Dirt Kings on Wednesday as well. Along with Dirt Slingers, Wednesday Night Warriors, UMP Big Block Modified Series. I believe they are in the big blocks this week at the dirt track at Charlotte. I think Dirt Slinger spends their entire week at Charlotte this week. Even the 410s, the Wicked Energy Gum Outlaws, go to Charlotte this week. So, big week of racing for you here. Say hi in the chat. Don't care where you are. Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, hit the subscribe button if this is your first time with us. Come over to the Facebook channel, the Dirt Racing Network, like, share, and follow us. Just about 11,000 on the follower ticker. Getting down to it, that means it is just about time for pre-race ceremonies here. So we will send it over to public address.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, big thank you there to Sam and Johnny Foley. Looking at qualifying right now, William Evans quickest in qualifying, 17.106 seconds. Josh Kunzbeck now knocks him off the top spot, 17.032. Move Williams to second. Jed Barton, 17.112 seconds. Colson and Cochran at 17.126 in fourth, and Donnie Fair, 17.201 seconds. All but one car has taken time. I think Carden Cochran going to play admin for this one. He's got 17 drivers ready to get out here and get after it. So we probably won't see the 3-car on track. They will let the timer run down. We'll get ready for heat racing action. Howdy, Tim. Yeah, I'll try to get in touch with you on my break in between. Time for heat races. Qualifying has ended. Joshua Kunzbeck, your quickest qualifier. Two heats on the tap. And it will be the Sam's Vending, number 11 from DeLand, Florida. So the hometown hero. Putting it on the pole, Josh Kunzbeck. On the outside, Jed Barton in the 115. Your second row will be the 00 car of Donnie Fair on the inside and Brandon Voiles in the 22 on the outside. Third row inside, the Diet Water Racing Diet Water number 33 from Ringgold, Georgia. Cannon Cochran on the outside of him, Sam LeClaire in the 12 car. And on the back row, or on the fourth row, excuse me, the KMJ Graphics number 6 out of Holt Summit, Missouri, Dylan Hutchison. And the 25 of Dennis Gardner. We'll start outside row 4. And your back row all by himself in the 52 car rollabout. Right there is going to be Damian Paul. Couple of pace laps. We'll go green, not this time in turn 4, but the next time we come around. Nine cars in Heat 1. Should be lined up for 9 in Heat 2, but we will have 8. Go back here, take a look. 28 car of Dylan Hutchison. You got the two number 1s right there, Dennis Gardner, and I believe that's Sam LeClaire. Very similar looking cars, hard to tell them apart at speed, but should be able to pick them out of the group.
Green.
The green flag is in the air. Heat race number 1 is underway. 6 quick laps. Top 4, I know, go straight to the feature. I think everybody's transferring through here to our feature this afternoon. But Josh Kunzbeck to the point. He's going to have Jed Barton in behind that. And then Donnie Fair, that white car with the green trim, jumps to third. Colson Cochran, the blue number 33, in fourth. Then Gardner into fifth. Hutchison sixth. And Vroles and LeClaire side by side for 7th and 8th. Damian Paul way behind. All contact, more contact. Don't think we're going to get a caution out of this. Everybody's going to face her. I think they're going to be able to drive them away, but Voiles and Paul ended up on the back of it, and caution now going to wave. We can go back and get a look at this. I think it was Voiles and Gardner that got together first. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was the 22 car there, Dylan, or 28 car, excuse me, of Hutchison. Got in there and kind of got that whole thing started. Everybody else just kind of the innocent bystanders in the whole deal, and nowhere for them to really go to. So we'll slow the action real quick. Get the guys lined up single file, give them a restart. All right, should get the one to go signal. Think everybody's lined up where they're supposed to be. Koonsbeck, Barton, Fair, Cochran, Hutchison, Leclerc, Gardner, Voiles, and Paul. And the lights will go off on the paced vehicle right here. So we will get ready to go green flag racing.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Pace truck not even completely out of the way. And Koonsbeck on the throttle quickly. He is going to enjoy about 8 car lengths coming out of turn 2. Fair and Cochran now very close together, coming to the 2 to go signal. That's for third, and Fair going to be able to grab this spot with plenty of momentum through turns 3 and 4. Cochran now has Hutchison right behind until they got to the middle of turn 2, and Hutchison went way up the hill. He lost many car lengths. He is going to have to settle back in the field. Side-by-side battle, Leclerc and Gardner. That settles out single file before we get to turn 1. We're on the white flag lap with Koonsbeck way out in front of him. Keep it squared up through 3 and 4. He's going to win heat race number 1. And give it to Josh Koonsbeck. Then Jed Barton, Johnny Fair, and Cannon Cochran hanging on to 4th. Hutchison, Gardner, Leclerc, Voiles, and Paul rounding out the field. So 1 down, 1 to go. And drivers lining up on the front stretch for us. It'll be the 7-11 of William Evans on the pole with Colson Cochran in the 23 on his outside. Second row, the firm Apex Ryco, number 5 from Naples, New York, Justin Sick. On the inside of that row with Tyler Vandekamp in the 51 on his outside. Your third row, Alan Davis Jr., the 77 inside, and the Swindale Speed Labs number 18 from Ormond Beach, Florida, of Gavin Gardner on the outside of the third row. And your fourth and final row, Tracy Capers in the 9 car inside, and the Henry's Trucking number 00 out of Newport, Tennessee, Stephen Brady. Rounding out the field right now. Only car I do not see, that 77 car of Alan Davis. There it is. Pops into the grid, so all 8 cars will be in this one. Drivers getting ready to roll away. Couple of pace laps. 9 car, not a name I have seen in the series previous to today's event. So we'll have to see where he finishes up. Ready to go green, lights off on the pace truck. Turn 4. Just waiting for William Evans and Colson Cochran to get us started.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag into the air. Heat race number 2 underway. Evans with a little bit of a wobbly start. Might open the door for Cochran coming out of 2 to have the lead. Colson Cochran to the point off turn 2. Evans in tow behind Justin Sick down on the inside in 3rd. Then we're going to jump up to the top side 3 wide for just a second. Tyler Vandekamp had the spot at the line, but here comes Gardner through the middle. Alan Davis right in the mix. Trying to get around there and grab 4th away from Gardner. Nothing doing. Gardner around the top side. Going to hang on to the spot temporarily. Now out of 2. Davis has the advantage. Staying down on the inside. Alan Davis, the number 3 Budweiser sponsored machine. Out of turn 4. I don't even think he had it at the line. I think Gardner had it by a nose. And Gardner's using the momentum line, trying to build up some speed. Gonna take a little bit of time. Shorter way around the bottom, just a little more speed around the top. He may clear him right here out of turn 4. Give it to Gardner in 4th. Sick still 3rd. Then Evans in 2nd. Colson Cochran up front in the 23 car. Behind Gardner in 5th. Vandekamp. And right there, the 51 machine, and then Tracy Capers, the 9, in front of Stephen Brady. But the white flag in the air out of turn 4. Heat 2 is going to go to Colson Cochran. William Evans is going to come home 2nd. Justin Sick and Alan Davis, your top 4. Gardner, Vandekamp, Capers, and Brady rounding out the field. So no need for consolation races. Everybody going to the feature. Straight into our warm-up. Give these guys a couple of minutes here. Let them go out, work a little bit of moisture out of the track. A little bit of dust coming off the surface right now. Guys trying to get spread out and work all the lines. Maybe widen the track out just a little bit. Car is going to bounce around just a little bit. Every little bump gets these guys a little bouncy. Saw a little contact there. I think everybody's going to be okay. Justin Sick and Alan Davis right here. All right, down to the last couple of seconds. Yeah, Tim, I'll try to call you on the break. I got a couple other things I got to go take care of really fast, but as soon as this feature's over, I'm going to have maybe an hour or so until we get ready to do Hales Corners. Practice session over. 17 cars ready for 40 laps. Run through and look at our starting grid. It will be Josh Kunzbeck on the pole. Colson Cochran to his outside. Jed Barton and William Evans in row 2. Row 3, Donnie Fair and Justin Sick. Ken Cochran and Alan Davis in row 4. Row 5, Dylan Hutchison and Gavin Gardner. Dennis Gardner and Tyler Vandekamp in row number 6. Row 7, Sam LeClaire and Tracy Capers. Your 8th row, Brandon Voiles and Stephen Brody. And Damian Paul joining the back of the field. There's the 52 car flashing in. Driver's about ready to roll off for the first of 2 pace laps. Like a couple of small issues, maybe Damian Paul not able to get the car rolling just yet. Well, looking like maybe that car is rolling, getting ready to join the back of the field. So next time out of 4, 40-lap feature will be underway. NDRA Small Block Modified Series presented by Justin Sick iRacing Photography. All right, everybody formed up, ready to go. Kunzbeck and Cochran on the front row. Green flag about to fall.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Front row with a great start side by side. Out of 2, Kunzbeck will pick up the lead. Cochran falls into second. Jed Barton, the 15 car, slides up the hill. He's got third right now in front of William Evans. Evans going to give him the spot. Put Evans in fourth, and they're 3 wide behind that for the 5th position. And now Donnie Fair going to move the 0 car up there for just a moment. Evans got out of shape, checked a couple of guys up. Fair went around him. So did Cannon Cochran. Guys starting to get spread out. 2, 3 wide. Justin Sick almost in a 3 wide back here with Hutchison and LeClaire. 3 wide behind that. Davis, Evans, and Gardner. Evans started outside row number 2, sliding back through the field quickly. See if the 7-Eleven car can regroup and start coming forward here as the laps start to tick off. Great battle right here. That is Hutchison in 6th. Everybody in behind that. Oh, there goes Justin Sick around backwards.
Caution is out.
We will go take a quick peek and see what happened. Let's check. I didn't see it in the live part. Looks like he's good here. LeClaire on the inside gets into the corner. That looks like a little bit of net code between he and LeClaire. So nothing too bad. Just a little net code spinneroony. He'll get the guys squared away, regrouped, and get ready to restart here. One more pace lap, and then we'll be back to the green flag. They'll get everybody lined up double file. Three more shows on tap for you tonight. Street Stocks from Knoxville. Hales Corner Speedway Sim Racing Series. And that show coming up about 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And then Hales Corners once again, back-to-back there. Pro Late Models from Knoxville immediately following the Street Stock show. And about the same time that late model show kicks off, Dominic Santino will head over to cover Dirt Kings. We are ready to go green out of 4. 35 laps remain.
Green.
NDRA Small Block Modified Series back underway. Koonsbeck got a great start. Now Jed Barton.
All right, man. Caution.
And Barton trying to get through there, and everybody's going to have to check up here. I don't know what happened at the back. I think Dylan Hutchison. And Hutchison going to have all kinds of issues. That 28 car restarted outside the third row. Down into the corner, up the hill. He had a little bit of contact with Fair, and then Alan Davis got into the back of him. Both of those cars spun around. Oh, and the rear end completely knocked out of Hutchison's car. He is going to try to get that thing back to pit road. Going to limp it around here. Try to get it into pit road. See if they can put that thing back with all four wheels down on the ground. All right, should get the one to go signal this time. All right, drivers going to stay single file. Too many cautions too quickly. We're 6 laps in. Working caution number 2 just about to come out of that. Go back to green, 34 laps remaining. Good restart. Koonsbeck drove it down off the hill in 3 and 4. He is going to enjoy about 0.6 of a second. It looks like about 10 car lengths over Barton. Cochran still third. Fair in fourth. Cannon Cochran in the 5th spot. Right now, Damian Paul, Gavin Gartner, Dylan Hutchison, Brandon Voiles, all in the pits. So numerous cars sitting on pit road right now. 8 into the book still. Koonsbeck out in front. Back here, a little deeper in the field, going to look at 9th place. That's Tyler Vandekamp, the 51 car, and then Tracy Capers into that 9 car. That's your 10th place runner at the moment. Thought we'd keep an eye on the 9 car, so we'll see how his progression is going. He's staying locked on the bottom here. Got around Davis. Just not able to run down Vandekamp. William Evans in the 7th spot. He's going around Sam Leclerc. Move Leclerc back to 8th. Dennis Gardner right in front of them. Now back into your top 5 as the Cochran boys go at one another. 33 of Cannon Cochran, 23 of Colson Cochran. They were very tight going through 3 and 4 the last time. Barton in the 3rd as Fair got around him while we were away. Put Donnie Fair into the 2nd position. Josh Kunzbeck, 1.3 seconds out in front. Completing lap number 13. So right at a third of the way done. See where Gavin Gardner's still on pit road. That is 13th place, Stephen Brady, the 00 car, and you can see he is going to be coming out of turn 4 right here in our leader. So about half a lap. And we'll look in here on second, third, fourth, and fifth. Gap about the same between each of those 4 cars. Kunzbeck still out in front, 1.45 seconds. So extending the gap slightly. Cannon Cochran went to the bottom side, lost some ground to Colson there. He's still 5th. Gardner's still 6th, but here comes Leclerc working back on Davis. Or on William Evans, excuse me, on William Evans in the 7-Eleven. And then Vanderkamp still not. Justin Sick, after an early incident now, has worked his way back inside the top 10, but he is quite a ways back of your leaders. 7.5 seconds. Stephen Brady took the 00 car into the infield, so 12 still on track. Tracy Capers in that 12 spot. There's a spin right there. Justin Sick in the 5 car. Around again in turn 2. Oh, got in there what I think looks like just a little bit hot maybe. And right rear of that car got away from him pretty quick. So a quick look at your top 10 here, right at the halfway point. 20 down, 20 to go. Kunzbeck, Fair, Barton, Cochran, Gardner, Leclerc, Evans, Van de Kamp, and not Justin Sick. And now that will be Alan Davis in 10th. What are you doing, Yeet? Thanks for tuning in over on Twitch. Halfway. Cars should get the one to go, so you'll be ready to line up. Double file here. We'll restart coming out of turn number 4. All right, pace truck. Going to make the hard left right here. Green flag back in the air. Kunzbeck got on the throttle quickly. Pretty good advantage over Fair. Barton trying to work the inside slide job there. Now they're going to stack up just a little bit at second. Third, fourth, fifth on back. 3 wide in turn 3 and 4. Fair trying to keep it out of the left side of Barton. He does so, but it costs him a bid for second. He is going to fall back to third right in front of Cannon Cochran, and big time problems behind that. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened back here to bring out the caution. Right there. Colson Cochran, the 23 car, clipped the fence and then got A little spinny going down the front stretch. Got hit by a couple of cars. So rash of cautions again. We had 2 to start the race. We've had 2 here in the last couple of laps. See if we can get this thing going and get down to the end from where we are. Looks like the 9 car of Capers has rolled off into pit road. So double file for the restart. Still 18 laps to go when we get the green out of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. Kunzbeck. Another big start. Now Donnie Fair going to try to work from 3rd to 2nd. He may have it out of 2 right in front of Barton. Sinclair up the inside of Cochran right there. Now 3 wide for a split second. Cochran with a tiny bit of contact on Barton. Moves Sinclair into 3rd. Barton a 4th. And Cochran back to 5th. Colson Cochran spun a little bit ago. He is now 6th. And then Gardner, Davis, Evans, and Sick behind that. All 10 cars still on the lead lap. 10 of them remaining in the feature. Justin Sick going to the inside. Thought about making it 3 wide. And now just side by side with Evans. Still Josh Kunzbeck out in front. 3/4 of a second over Fair. It's getting a little heated behind that, a little bit tighter as Barton worked around the high side and put Jed Barton back to 3rd. He went around Leclerc. $13 to go. Only 10 cars still on the track. We started with 17. Been a little bit of a war with Tristan. Slide job from Colson Cochran. It checked up. Davis got into Gardner right there as it checked up Gardner. Everybody able to keep them facing forward, keep them going straight. Now Davis and Sick side by side. That's 8th and 9th. We're going to be down to 10 to go the next time out of turn 4. Kunzbeck's lead's growing. Almost a full second. Probably will be by the time we get back to the start-finish line. 1.08. Down to 9. Leclerc not giving up on 3rd here, and Barton trying to go after Fair for 2nd. Right now, Donnie Fair hanging on, staying just quick enough on the exit to keep the 0 car out in front of Barton. 115 car of Jed Barton a little loose out of 2, lost a little momentum. That allowed Leclerc to pull back alongside. Leclerc's going to the bottom. He's got third. He may make a bid for second if he can keep it locked in down here in 1 and 2. Fair through the slick. Car bounced a little, might have lost some momentum now. Leclerc looking for second. All of this, a second and a half behind the leader. He's down to 6 to go. At the line, Leclerc barely had it. Has to really check the car down low. Got to get clear here in 3 and 4. Kunzbeck getting away from these guys. Leclerc's got the spot there now. Brings it across. Fair with the nose down inside. I think Barton clipped the fence on the way in, but he's going to keep the car going forward. Loses a spot to Ken and Cochran. Put Cochran into 4th and Barton back to 5th. We'll go back to the battle for second because around the high side. Leclerc hanging on. Fair got to the inside the last lap. Just not able to do anything with it. Now the gap grows. Leclerc free of Fair, at least for now. But a good 2.1 seconds behind Kunzbeck. Kunzbeck already on 3 to go. 6th place Colson Cochran trying to take 5th away from Barton. William Evans with a late race charge. He's up to 7th. Then it's Gardner, Sick, and Davis. In behind that, 2 to go for your leader, Josh Kunzbeck. 2.4 seconds ahead of the one machine of Sam Leclerc. And the white flag is out over the speedway. Josh Kunzbeck sees it first, then Sam Leclerc, then Donnie Fair. This is the battle we're going to keep our eyes on because Kunzbeck is going to win this one easy. Who's going to come home where on the podium in these 2 cars? Kunzbeck sees the checks. He wins the feature. Then it'll be Leclerc and Fair, your top 3. Big gaggle of cars behind that. Colson, Cochran, Jed Barton rounding in the top 5. So we'll get the top 3 to come around to the front stretch. See if we can grab them up in Teams or in Discord here and chat with them. Leclerc takes the car to the infield. That's interesting. So let's see what we can do with a view here. Okay, so we'll talk to Mr. Fair. If we can get him into the chat. Let's see. He is up there. All right. I don't see Sam Leclerc. I don't see our winner, but hopefully we can get him to come down and chat with us. All right, now let's see if we can talk to 3rd place. Donnie Fair, are you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, a great run for you here in this feature. Bring it home on the bottom step of the podium, and not for lack of trying to get around Sam Leclerc there at the end.
We had some pretty good racing up front there. Wasn't too bad tonight.
It seemed like the track changed throughout the feature from the driver's seat. What did you see out there?
Yeah, it got a little slick here and there, but it wasn't too terrible tonight.
Well, a fantastic run. A podium finish when you're getting down to the end of a season builds for momentum. Maybe see you pick up a spot or 2 next week and talk to you on the top step of the podium. All right. Either way, man, tell us who's on the car helping you out each and every week before we let you get out of here, bud.
All right, I'd like to thank Skills VR and then my son for putting the paint jobs on these things. and everybody in the league and the broadcast. And that's it.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on a great run. Look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Thank you.
Donnie Fair, your third place finisher. We do have Sam LeClaire. We'll talk to Sam about his second place run. Sam, you there?
Yep.
Oh, I had to turn the last guy way up, so I'm going to turn you down just a little because you're going to destroy my eardrums if I don't.
Okay.
All right, man. A great run. Good battle there towards the end. Talk to Donnie about it for just a second. Tell us about your feature run here tonight.
Yeah. I saw the top was getting pretty fast there towards the middle of the race, but I just decided to keep running the bottom and just try and make it work. And I guess that's what happened in the end. And was able to take home the second place.
Yeah, it looked like the track was moving around. How many times you have to change your line just to find some grip out there?
Multiple times for sure. I don't know if you saw, but I had to kind of switch my line around there on the bottom just to find that dirt there.
Yeah, especially in 1 and 2, it looked like it got pretty hairy on the entry. 3 and 4 is always just a little bit thin, but looked like you made it work pretty good, and you found some forward momentum, able to pass some guys. So a fantastic run. Who do you got helping you out each and every week before we let you celebrate?
Just my mom and dad.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the series in the future.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Sam, oops. Grabbed the wrong guy. Sam LeClaire, your second place finisher. I do not see our winner tonight in chat. Josh Kunzbeck would have liked to have had a chat with Josh. Ran a great race, led this thing from flag to flag. Ends up with a 2.7 second margin of victory here. Nope, here we go. We might have a shot at it now. As right as I'm about to bypass the guy, he shows up in Discord. Josh, you there? Technical difficulties, I think, for Mr. Kunzbeck. We'll give him just a second to get that fixed. Let's run through the results real fast here, and then we'll come back to Josh. Josh Kunzbeck picks up the win. Sam LeClaire in second, Donnie Fair third. Colson Cochran was fourth. Jed Barton fifth. Cannon Cochran sixth. Seventh to William Evans. Dennis Gardner in eighth. Justin Sick was ninth. Alan Davis Jr. 10th. Tracy Capers in the 11th spot. Tyler Van de Kamp 12th. 13th to Stephen Brady. Dylan Hutchison 14th. 15th was Gavin Gardner. Damian Paul in 16th. And Brandon Voiles rounded out the field. There he is. I think he's back now. You there, Josh? Yeah, you got it that time.
There we go.
All right, man. Well, a great run, man. You led this thing from one end to the other. End up with a 2.7 second margin of victory. Tell us about your feature run out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were pretty good the whole race. The heat race, we kind of struggled. We almost got past there, but the caution came out and kind of saved me. We were definitely really good in the feature. I found some 1 and 2 that I think really helped going through the holes. I don't think a lot of people would have tried it. I tried it, and it really worked for me, so I kind of just stuck with the same line the whole race, and it definitely seemed to pay off.
Yeah, it looked like the track moved around a little bit, but it didn't really make a whole lot of difference to that 11 car. You just kept driving away. Every time we'd have a caution, you were giving up a pretty big gap. Any concerns on restarts about somebody maybe trying something on you?
Yeah, I was worried, like, maybe earlier in the race I kind of showed the guys behind me a line, but it didn't really seem to affect me at all. I seen him in my mirror trying to kind of run the same line, but I don't think any of them could get it as good as me that race, and I think we were just pretty hooked up the whole night.
Well, a fantastic run. Top of the podium. Who do you got for shout-outs and thank yous before we let you hit that champagne cork?
Nah, definitely Sam's Vending, Hammered Outdoors, Cannon, Dennis, Gavin, Colson. All those guys kind of helped me out through the race, showing me lines, telling me where people were at. And definitely big shout-out to Cardin. None of this could be possible without him for sure.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great victory again. Look forward to seeing you next week, sir.
Thank you, man.
That's your winner, Josh Kunzbeck. That's going to do it for us for the NDRA guys tonight. Fantastic races both times. Don't forget, about 8 o'clock Eastern, we'll be back live with the Hills Corners Street Stock guys from Knoxville. They'll follow it up with the Pro Late Models. And about the time that Pro Late Model show kicks off, Dirt Kings will be going with Dominic Santina. That will give us our 5 races for Sunday. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. Thanks for spending your time in here with us on a Sunday afternoon. We look forward to seeing you back for this evening's action. Until we do, everybody keep it dirty